What's going on, guys? This is Miyasin, and this is the updated Cyber Dragon Trap deck profile updated post-ban list. Yeah, why am I playing trap cards in Cyber Dragons? Does it kind of seem weird? Not really. I mean, trap cards are great in this deck because you actually get to break the majority of your opponent's board just with contact fusing and using one or two monsters. So when you draw hands of 6 Cyber Dragons, it's actually really bad. It's not like, oh wow, I have mad extenders, I can break 7 negates instead of just like 2 or 3. No, it doesn't work like that. The deck unfortunately does suffer from quite a lot of redundancy, so trimming down on the amount of Cyber Dragon monsters you play definitely really helps that consistency or redundancy issue. Yeah, before we get into the deck profile or anything, please, if you're new to this channel or even if you're not, make sure you like, subscribe, and even comment. Any kind of feedback, whatever, would really be appreciated, or any question. And yeah, now let's jump right into it. So I'm playing one Cyber Dragon. Of course, if you don't know me, I'm the guy who topped YCS Niagara with one Cyber Dragon instead of just 3 like everyone else did before. And one other thing is that I'm actually the creator of this deck, by the way, so it's not really like, oh wow, that version of the deck always existed. No. Basically, I'm a really pessimistic person because I'm just unlucky by nature. So because of that, I really want to innovate in a way that allows me to kind of win games that usually would be unwinnable. So when I draw hands with 3 Cyber Dragon, 3 Machine Dupe, I'm really angry because I kind of tell myself, well, if my deck wasn't as bricky, I would have won. But obviously, I can't control that. So what if my hand was kind of, a bunch of trap cards that at least kind of allow me to stay on the game for a little while, instead of drawing those hands with a lot of bad redundant cards. I still get to play all of my starters, like the same amount of Cyber Dragon cores in Emergency. It's just that I'm going to have to work a little harder to get that win, but obviously as long as you can use your brain, you should be able to kind of win every game. But at the same time, that's a huge if you can use your brain. Talking about Yu-Gi-Oh players, that's too much to ask, right? But yeah, one Cyber Dragon, great card. One Cyber Dragon Dry. Now, I actually showed a combo with this card with Cyber Dragon Core, of course. This card allows the Cyber Dragon Core to be kind of like a 1-card sustainable engine, starter, play, whatever. So only with 1 core, you get to summon Infinity twice, which is kind of crazy, back to back. You will go normal summon Cyber Dragon Core, search the Emergency, and then next turn your opponent either kills this or doesn't kill it. You search Dry, and then if your opponent obviously killed the core, you banish it, summon another core, and then summon the Dry, make everything level 5, make Nova Infinity, attack, whatever. Next turn, let's just say your opponent kills the Infinity again. You're still going to have a core in the graveyard, so you're going to be able to banish it, summon the next turn, revive back the Infinity, absorb another monster, attack, and if you want, you can even make a Zeus on top of the Infinity, and it's going to have 2 materials because we were able to attach a monster as well. So I just think it is the best way to utilize core and to treat this deck like a 1-card Yu-Gi-Oh deck, because treat everything in, every deck out there in Yu-Gi-Oh as a combo deck, you're never really going to have a lot of great results, because some decks, even though they are played combo-wise, they're just better off being played in a kind of controlled manner. But yeah, obviously I'm playing 3 core, there's just no explanation here. It's the best card in the deck, and you might be thinking, oh, well, maybe it's the best card, but Emergency is just as good because it gets to search core or other cards, so it's better, right? Not really, because Emergency does lose to Ash really hard. Ash trades 1 for 1 on Emergency, where it actually trades 1 for 0.5 on core. You can even say like -1 at this point, because you still have core as a body on the field, and obviously you can contact fuse with that body, you can link with that body, and next turn you can banish it from the grave and summon a side draw from the deck. So in simplified game state, you'd rather top deck a core for turn than top deck an Emergency just to get ashed. Now, sure, this card does have an effect where when it's negated, when the activation is negated, you can discard 1 card and return back from the grave to the hand, but that would require other kind of negates like Solemn Judgment, Borderlord Savage, etc. So when you get ashed, it's not the same thing, and that's the reason why Ash might be a little too overpowered for some people's liking. So if you Ash like Shadow Fusion, you can't use another one, but if you go like Odd Eyes Vortex, Cyber Dragon Infinity, negate Shadow Fusion, you can use another one. So it's the difference between you can only use and activate and stuff like that, but it's just so many things, I don't know. Yeah, Ash is just annoying. Negating the effect is just so much better than the activation sometimes, but sometimes it isn't, because when you get to negate the activation, you can suddenly use it during the damage step. But anyways, just a quick little lesson right there. 1 extra because it gives you a grind game, you get to revive back your side draws, etc. Well, only Cyber Dragon and Nova Infinity. And 2 heads, you don't need to play 3 because we're not playing a discard like outlet card. So no Galaxy Soldier, no Forbidden Drop, no Paleozoic Deinonymiscus, so 2 is absolutely perfect. And yeah, 3 Emergency, 2 Pot of Prosperity because it actually bricks like there's no freaking tomorrow. I can only really banish 3 with this card, not really 6, unless I'm really freaking crazy and I banish like all of my Link monsters and like 1 Mega Fleet and 1 Fortress, but I don't know, it's not it's not ideal, you know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why it's not like a 3 of and super broken, you need to see at all costs. And Extravagance and Desires just wouldn't work in this deck, because there are some one-ofs that you absolutely have to play, like Cyberload, yeah, next to Cyber Dragon Jua and Cyber Dragon, I guess you can argue. And Cyberload does not allow you to shuffle back face down Cyber Dragon monsters. That's just not a rule. Those are the trap cards I'm playing quite a lot, so Imperm, this kind of acts as a extra copies of Breakthrough Skill and Lost Wind, but it's kind of usable as a hand trap and can negate spells and traps, so it's pretty good. 3 Ice Dragon's Prison, just like Crackdown, this card kind of gets your engine started in a way. You can just steal monsters your opponent control, link into Lina, Crash, search core, and play from there. So I just love these trap cards. 3 Torrentials, so you actually have a chance against the aggressive combo decks going second. Against the control decks, it should actually be a bit easier, but still can be kind of rough. 3 Lost Wind, 3 Breakthrough, 3 Overflow, 3 Crackdown, Imperial Order, Unending Nightmare, 3 Solemn Strike. Now, I actually didn't explain these cards. They kind of function in the same way, and I'm really just trying to test them out right now. Dino-Miscus didn't work for me at all, and I don't want to play Compose in a format where people still don't necessarily always summon from the extra deck every single time. I think it is infinitely weaker than it used to be, so I'm playing trap cards that actually don't really lose to Lightning Storm, Duster, and all those cards. So if I get like Dustered while I have like Overflow, Lost Wind, Breakthrough, it really isn't the end of the world. I still have a bunch of value left. Like that Overflow is going to trigger to get a search, Lost Wind can reset itself from the grave to the field, and next turn Breakthrough can actually banish itself to negate a monster effect on the field. These cards are just really good at not, you know, just trading 1 for 1, and that's the reason why I decided to play all these trap cards. Even though Ice Dragon's Prison definitely is a 1 for 1, it's a powerful 1 for 1 because it banishes and it doesn't target. So it is a now to Dragoon. Imperm, sure, it's a 1 for 1, or actually arguably way worse than that, but at least it does have the flexibility of being a non-once per turn hand trap, and negating spells and traps is always kind of appreciated here. I do believe that Imperm is not too bad here. For the rest of the cards, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Imperial Order, I'm not playing that many spells, so why not? Unending Nightmare is just overpowered. You get to pop your own Overflow and trigger it to search emergency every single time, so that's definitely a no-brainer. And finally, the 3 Solemn Strike. This is not only good at breaking boards going second, but also ensuring that my cards can actually go through, so emergency, I don't have to lose to Ash, so if I'm on a top deck war, I can successfully resolve emergency every single time through hand traps thanks to Strike. But yeah, for the extra deck, 3 Mega Fleet, 1 Fortress. Fortress only really comes up against like actual machine decks, like Machina and Fringe Track, Orchest, and stuff like that. Doesn't really exist anymore. And the Mega Fleet, it's a 3 for safety measures, but there is also not that many decks that really summon from the extra, like in the extra monster zone that much. But against Sky Striker, definitely is one of those decks. Rampage Dragon, Zeus, Infinity, Nova, Aurora Dawn, Seeger, Lina, Puzzlomino, Anaconda, Linkry, Boanima. Literally almost every single one of those weird cards like the Aurora Dawn, Lina, Puzzlomino, they have already been showcased in my combo video, so if you haven't watched it already, go check it out. It's the video that I uploaded yesterday. If you're watching this video in 2054, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to scroll quite a lot. But anyways, that's it for the main and extra deck. For the idea section, of course, it's not a side deck. Idea section. Nibiru, Jizukiru, Pancratops, Phantasme, Mana Dragons, or Nitron. This card is cool. It's really nice. So basically, if one of your spells and traps leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, you can special summon it from the hand or grave, and then reset one of the any spell or trap from your grave or banished. Yeah, it's a cool card at dealing with like Lightning Storm, Duster, etc., or even Cosmic. I don't know if it's necessarily ideal. Anyways, now we have Inspector Border, which is a good card when you know for a fact that you're going first, but it's bad going second against, unless you're against Outergeist, but I mean, who plays that deck anymore? Thunder King Ryo, this card is actually good against so many decks, and yeah, I mean, it does kind of cuck you with your own search cards, but at the same time, you can just tribute it and negate like an inherent summon. So against Sky Striker, it's actually really good. Like, I mean, it blocks the engage, so your opponent is going to actually have to waste a Widow Anchor on this, and you can actually apply pressure really fast, so the card's just fantastic. I like Justice Cycle Reader against like Drytron. It's a machine monster, so maybe there's kind of like synergy somewhere, I don't know. Seeger or a dodge, some weird stuff, I don't know. Juggernaut Liebe with Gustav Max, again, other combos that I've showcased. Hertz and next turn can actually kill your opponent for like 16k damage or something stupid. And Downward Magician with Sky Cavalry Centauria, because Core is a 1-card Xyz post turn 1. Obviously, you can search Emergency into Core and then banish Core, summon Core, but it's pretty bad. I'd rather just search the Dry and then, you know, make a Nova Infinity. By the way, I know it's pronounced Dry, but I don't care. Same thing with like all the Cyber Dragon cards, by the way. I know how to pronounce them perfectly. I know they're all German words, but I don't care. Seriously, man. Anyways, Heat Wave, again, just like Inspector Border, no, it's great when you know for a fact that you're going first, but sometimes people might be like, oh, it's a trap deck, so I'm still going to go first against you. But yeah, Forbidden Droplet, great card, could actually be main deck maybe, and evenly matched as well. So that's pretty much it for the main deck. I really hope you guys were able to enjoy, learn a thing or two, or 60 or something like that, a huge number. If you did, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.